How to counter tunneling in Dead by Daylight. Tunneling is a pretty controversial strategy in the game, and it involves the killer going after the survivor repeatedly after they get unhooked until they die, and then doing it to the next person. But this can be difficult to counter, especially for new players, so there are a few things you can do if you are getting tunneled or a teammate is, along with some perks you can use to help out also. Before we get started though, if you find this video helpful, consider dropping a follow and checking out my other platforms. I would really appreciate it. If you are getting tunneled in the match and your teammates aren't helping you in any way, you want to just try to run the killer as long as you can. Try to make it as difficult as possible for the killer to down you, by using loops, dropping pallets, and creating distance. If you are the only one being chased anyways, it doesn't matter what resources you use as much. If you can last long enough for people to work on generators, no one is going to complain if you use a few pallets. You can also try to lose the killer. You can do this by making a lot of distance and then hiding from them. If they can't find you, they will most likely go after someone else. Or in some cases, they will drop chases if you gain enough distance from them. An item that'll help you out a lot is medkits, because you will have the ability to heal yourself and not rely on your teammates to help you. This way you can heal instantly when you have time, even if it's just a little bit at a time. When you get unhooked, you also want to try to not do any actions for a moment if the killer is coming back to your hook. If you try to heal someone else or yourself or do any other objectives, it'll remove your endurance, so you can't take an extra hit. For perks though, we have a few that can help you out. The first one is going to be off the record, which makes your endurance last so much longer so you can take an extra hit. We also have decisive strike, so if the killer downs you while the perk is active and picks you up, you can hit a skill check to get off of them. Another one of my favorite perks to run is resurgence, because you or your teammate can heal you so much faster after you get unhooked, meaning you can get right back into chase fully healed. Some honorable mentions will be deliverance and lucky break, since they are both helpful but also require other actions to activate them. Now if you notice one of your teammates getting tunneled, there's a few things that you can do for them. First, you can leave them on hook for longer. Do not immediately go for the unhook. Generally, survivors can sit on hook for around 60 seconds before reaching the next stage, so if you suspect that they are getting tunneled, then let them sit for a second so the killer doesn't go after them immediately once they get unhooked. Once you do unhook them, try to heal them though, but if the killer keeps coming back to hook, do this at a safe distance so that way they don't get them down immediately. You can also take a hit for them in some situations or chases entirely. If needed, you can also take a hook for someone if they are going to die. Doing so will help out the match also, since you won't be down a teammate immediately. For perks, you can use shoulder the burden to take a hook state for them, some sort of healing perks that way you can heal them faster like will make it or botany knowledge, or for the people to give them a whole health state, but this will leave you broken for a minute. Some other good perks are babysitter and borrowed time. These perks help out survivors after they get unhooked. But otherwise, if the killer is tunneling someone, you want to try to use your time wisely and work on generators as much as possible while they are distracted. And that is